Yeah, of course. Well, first, this is the first second workshop. Second workshop, since he joined. Really, I'm glad to see everyone. I'm sorry for this arrangement. Normally we have this proper setup, but just, the guys, they try to rescue the situation. Normally it's not like this. So this workshop is not meant to be like event or giving information. I think most of us, most of you already in the project, you know what you do, you know what you want to achieve. This is more specific to questions you have, maybe about the vision of the company, maybe about, what's next, maybe something with the app, which I think we didn't answer, which I doubt, but, feel free to ask, So this is more like interaction, interactive session, and whatever in your mind you can ask, and you'll get an answer.
Questions? Now, you understand everything, yes? That's good, we don't need this. No,
My question is, when Bitcoin price will go up to 200, 500,000, will you adjust the price of the licenses accordingly, or they will stay the same? Or is your plan?
Yeah, so the license price doesn't depend on Bitcoin. The license's price, we try not to change it much, and for 2 years it's more or less the same. So we are actually fixing the same price for 2026. So for next year, the license price all will be the same. For the prime license, we set it to be 1,700 instead of 2,000. All other licenses will be the same.
Up this good? 1,700 or 2,000? So it says that the prime license will adjust not to 2,000 next year, it's 1,700. 1,700 or 2,000, yes.
But it is more caps that you can make.
Maybe we'll introduce, but for now we have the 6 licenses, but we need to look at it. What? The license? The devices? Should we discuss that? So, I
didn't get this question.
No, she's like, what's my opinion about devices?
By now. That's the opinion.
About devices, if you ask Rami, I will tell you, because I know I asked him, bro, just tell me, what would you buy if you would be an investor? He said 100% machines. So I bought the machines. So
he will explain why.
That's what I would like.
Look, it's very hard to convince someone to start, with a project buying device, because devices for people to believe in Bitcoin. So if you understand what is Bitcoin and you understand the history, like 3-4 years ago, how much the Bitcoin price, so always Bitcoin goes 2-3x from history, not from prediction, in every halving cycle, every 4 years. So what we are saying now, we have almost 3 years before next halving. So if I want to have a device, at least I have clarity that I can collect Bitcoin regardless what's happening with Bitcoin price, what is happening with Bitcoin. So if you believe Bitcoin, then you will want to accumulate Bitcoin more than the ROI of 90 days. That's why devices depend better, but depends also on the category. Because if someone wants to put only 4,000, you might prefer to put more cards. If you want to invest, let's say 15K or 20K, maybe it's better to put 10K and device 10 cards. So always we say it's not either or situation. So better to have a mix of the product. So better to have 10-20% maybe in calls, to have 40-50% on devices, and have 50% on cards. But which one to start depends on you and on your vision. So we create a product as portfolio, but it's up to everyone to start with which product. But we see everyone like to start with promoting the cards at the beginning, so it's easier. People get feeling Bitcoin, they go and everything, then they go step one.
I never get what is the benefit of this machine device, because I have 100 terahash with a stable guarantee, and I have just 190, but I pay 40 times more just to have 90% more, or to have 12 times more.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the benefit from the server.
You know, yeah.
We had received a call from the company on Wednesday, went down there, explained Excel sheet and calculated everything, machines against cards and so on. And we will also do it again on on Sunday after the proper market. We're gonna also do it in the workshop. We have the Excel sheets and everything. Also, we have the record as well.
Yeah, I will tell you the shorter version. When you buy a stable car, you are getting 100 terahash for 90 days.
Yeah.
The outcome you get to your wallet is 100 by 90 days. The device is equivalent to 2 cars almost, like 190 to 100. So the device, you are renting the car for 4 years, not for 90 days. And the outcome of this will be the same. And if you do the math, how much is the rental for car for 4 years and how much is device 4 years, device will be less. So the test calculation will show you this. So if you believe I want to put 4 years commitment and get my device and fix the price now, because the car today is 310. 2 months ago it was 470. So now you pay for the car 310 is good because the car price is wrong. What if the car goes to 200K? We start paying 500 per car. If you get a device now, even if it's going to go to 300K, you pay nothing more. Because you fix the price from now for 4 years. For cars, every 90 days you need to see how much is the price and you need to buy it.
If I can also jump into this just quickly. I did multiple times, I did a Zoom on this topic. So $380 is the magic price. Okay, I will tell you straightforward. So when the car is more expensive than $380, the machine is more profitable. Okay, how do I know that? 100 terahash is 100 terahash. So the outcome of 100 terahash, either you are renting or you are owning, is going to be totally the same. I hope you understand that and agree that the card is not based on a card, it's based on half of the machine. So when half of the machine costs plus 7,180, right? This is the price, including the hosting and electricity for 4 years. So what you need to do, you need to get out the price per month and multiply by 3 for 3 months. And what you will get this. So when the card is more expensive than $380, the outcome of Bitcoin is going to be totally the same. But if the card is more expensive, you're going to pay more for the same amount of power. It's like paying more for fuel. If you put the tank in Germany in or in Dubai, it's 3 times difference. But 10 times no, it's €5 a liter, bro. You wouldn't survive even in Germany. Okay? So if you're going to remember this price right now, based on the price of the machine we have for 4,200, it's 380.
But this magic calculation based on machine price 4,200.
Yes.
Also, when we have multiple machines, you cannot put a reference price. So this is just for you to understand the situation today. But we cannot promote it in this way because if the machine price drops, let's say to 3,500, then this one drops to 330. So the dynamic always changes. But as a ratio, as a concept, you can always do the math simple. Car multiplied by 12 months, 12 by 12, which is 12 quarters, or machine today, and then you get the figure.
You mentioned if the machine could drop to lower price, this would happen under what conditions? The price of the machine that
The Bitcoin machine prices is connected to the Bitcoin price of the there is a chart online, I think we can send it to you. So now let's say if Bitcoin suddenly go to 200K, the machine price will not be available for 4,200. There will not be available machines because it will be very profitable. So everyone will go and buy machine. So it will be waiting, waiting for quarter two, supply the machines. The other situation, if it happens, Bitcoin drop down to 50K, you'll see everyone want to sell the machine because it's not profitable. So you'll see the machine price drop to 50%, or more. So it's always dynamic. That's why the same machine we used to sell 5,000 products, now it's 4,000 products. And when someone buy a machine, he cannot tell you that after 1 week or 2 weeks, that Bitcoin drop, I need to change the machine to cars or this. Because if Bitcoin increase, he will not ask this question. So it's always personal decision. Do I need to go long term or short term? Short term, we have a car, so it's better for you, can exit the wall. If you want long term, mid term is close, because I think, like, if you ask me, I will put core first, then device, then car. No, but the mining course is 1 year, so I'm fixing for a year. But I don't want the core to stop mining based on ROI. I can't stop based on ROI, right? Not based on power. So once you hit a certain dollar value in Bitcoin, can't stop. But the core will work always for 12 months regardless of Bitcoin price. So that's always, maybe it's not the mining, you have music there.
Do it here now in Dubai?
Yeah.
Okay, then go.
Like you say, it's a live thing. It's changing, right?
Yes.
Supply and demand. Of course, supply and demand.
Yeah.
What's the break-even cost of Bitcoin to have mining profitable right now?
What's the break even between mining and Bitcoin price to be profitable? What is it?
Yeah, this also depends on multiple things. But I will tell you, to have a Bitcoin network running, Bitcoin mining should be profitable. Because today, if Bitcoin mining is not profitable, what will happen? Let's say 10% or 20% who running their devices, they will switch it off because they will not pay. So when they switch it off, it becomes profitable again. So the dynamic of the last 15 years, Bitcoin mining was profitable all the time except 3 months. And that could happen. In this 3 months, Bitcoin mining was not profitable. But exactly this period, Bitcoin price was 4,000. And when people start switching off, selling their machines, Bitcoin next month went to 18,000. So it went like 3x after this red period, which Bitcoin mining was not profitable. So if you ask me, I will tell you definitely Bitcoin mining might not be profitable at any certain time. There is no guarantees that it's always profitable.
What is the price right now based on the network?
There is
80, 90K?
there is also, I think you can share the index, because there is electricity index and mining index. So there is lower limit, mid limit, and higher limit. So lower limit is, I think now is around 50,000. So about 50,000 in Bitcoin price is profitable. Mid limit is around 80,000. And upper limit is maybe 100,000. So the 3 limits depends on the
Your limit is 100,000?
Sorry?
Your limit 100,000? What do you mean?
I got
If our limit is 100,000.
You said 100,000, your limit.
No, upper limit. Upper limit means if you mine in a city like Dubai, electricity here is 23 cents. And electricity in some other places 5 cents or 4 cents. So if upper limit means that mining very costly, then we need to have Bitcoin at 100,000. We don't mine, in countries where the electricity was 8 or 9 cents.
Upper limit, not our limit. Upper.
Not our limit, upper limit.
Yeah, I have a question. Where are the machines located? The machines, where are located?
Where are located?
Like most of the machines between USA and Russia, like Siberia and Russia, most of the cities. And we have few in Africa, like Ethiopia, and we have few in Obama. The main two now is USA, number 1, and Russia number 2. And by the way, 70% of mining in the world happen in these 2 countries. And these 2 countries is the 2 biggest reserve with China, but China they ban mining because electricity supply to manufacturer. So anyone who does mining outside this too is too risky. So these are the most mature markets.
Is this risk for decentralization? Because you said 70% to countries.
Yes.
Is there any risk for decentralization of the machine located in all the countries?
Yes, yes. You are saying they want to achieve above 50%, so they can take more control in transactions, which is not good. But anyway, that's not one of the near future could happen. Because if a single control have, let's say, huge percentage of money, then they can whitelist, blacklist transaction. So I can say transaction comes from my wallet out of this. So this is risk very low to all the drivers. So that's why always they try to keep it in different pools or on different operators. When you say in the US, it's not one company. In the US, there's hundreds of companies that provide mining loans.
So not more location of machine, but more location of the wallet.
It's more of one pool, not on the location of mining. Location of mining doesn't work.
Okay, yeah.
It's which pool this forward connects.
Okay. I can hear it. Sorry.
Don't break it.
Now we translate.
I heard that about 2-3 weeks ago, a mobile company started mining in Dubai. Now,
Yes.
would it be a good idea for us to follow that just to get our own mining capacities, some maybe little ones?
Yeah, so we don't have details yet what is the exact offer, but definitely we'll be in touch to project that. Because if we run the operation inside the UAE, it might not be profitable. On the first pilot they release on the market, which is available for anyone lives in UAE here.
I do.
You live in UAE?
Future.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So, if anyone in the community, I will not say from my experience, but go and log in and try to buy. Well, just once you record that and try to compare it. Because what you compare price to price. I don't know the sample, I don't know what they offer. But this is the first batch. Like you said, this is the test pilot. It's good for us because if the big telecoms want to enter a Bitcoin mining, means a Bitcoin mining is a business where even big organizations want to do that. I encourage anyone, please, if you know someone who can buy, just go through the journey and tell us, how you can access it, from how many apps, what you can buy, then you can compare and see the difference.
What was the personal motivation to found MineGrace company?
There is the motivation of this kind of project. But anyone in the crypto industry wanted to do crypto industry, he doesn't like control. He doesn't like, what centralization brings. From putting a lot of conditions, putting a lot of tax, putting a lot of. So there is a lot, which force people to start with, crypto in general and Bitcoin. So for us, we did many projects for exchanges, payment gateways, and many others. But we figure out that the only crypto in the world, or there's one crypto, which is Bitcoin. Whatever altcoins and this, it's not really coins, it's tokens. And if you understand blockchain tokens, you can use it to execute something like smart contract. If you hold it, or there is no developer need that token to execute something, then you will keep holding it, and there is no use of it. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, Bybit, they came with research. They say Solana and Ethereum, the companies, the developers, the stackers, the nodes can stop the transaction or can block any wallet in the world. I don't know if you know this. So if you have in your wallet, let's say 1 million Ethereum, the developers, they can block your wallet and they can burn the tokens inside your Ethereum. So This is the solar and Ethereum. And on Mobile, that's not time bound. So if you want to talk about cryptocurrency coins, there's only Bitcoin. Now, believe me, after some time, people will follow. What's happening today, I will tell you my opinion. So, you see now crypto drop, correct? Not only crypto drop, crypto drop to 100 or 96. But if you look at everything in the market, because there is fear in the market, and everything drops. But if you look at crypto itself, there's market makers. Like how the Bitcoin can drop only 7%, and BNB, who use BNB as investment, or use it just to transact your USDT? So it's like
Transaction.
Yeah. So like 90% BNB drop only 5%, or Bitcoin drop 7%. This is because of market makers. Market makers, their job to connect all exchanges centralized in the world, and to make sure that when drop happen in a token, it should be liquidated from other tokens. So the liquidation happened to the Bitcoin because still people believe in money cryptocurrencies, and still they hold different currencies. The moment this stops and trading Bitcoin becomes out of the exchanges, believe me, Bitcoin will never drop. It will never drop, even it will just go out, it will never go down. But still people think Bitcoin is instrument. And I tell everyone, please, if you want to trade and leverage, do it in anything, build it in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not made as trade. But unfortunately, people like easy things. If I tell you now, create a wallet and book gas fees on this, you don't like it. You don't create a change and all chain for you is open. But what is proof that this exchanges, they are making the trades online, there is no proof. 2 weeks ago, when the Bitcoin price dropped from 120 to 102 in one day, you know how much volume liquidated from the market? It was in the news every day.
19 billion.
120 billion.
Yeah.
120 billion in 24 hours. Okay? I encourage anyone who knows crypto, go make a research on Bitcoin transaction. There is no 120 billion transaction in Bitcoin. Because the volume, it doesn't happen on chain. Actually, it's actually only order books on exchanges. The liquidate traders out, because people still think Bitcoin is a trading instrument. Bitcoin is not something to trade on and to keep pressure on it. So this is one of the things which, back to your question, why we are into this. Our main message now in the next, we are going to educate people, take your Bitcoin out from exchanges. If your Bitcoin in any way, take it out from mining risk. If you have a Bitcoin in your wallet or railway credit, you can't claim it unless you want to automate. So any centralized platform should not hold Bitcoin. And if people take out the Bitcoin, then this platform cannot leverage on Bitcoin. Then you will see Bitcoin on the ground. There is no way Bitcoin goes down. Because the supply is less, people they don't want to sell it. Now more corporate buying, more people adoption. Now 1 out of 1,000 in the world hold Bitcoin. What happens if 10 out of 1,000 will hold Bitcoin? It should go 10x. So the only reason this fear goes on is because everyone keeps his Bitcoin in exchanges. Just take all Bitcoin out, and this message we try to tell everyone, and don't trade Bitcoin. So if you believe in decentralization, keep it decentralized. Don't put decentralized system in centralized system and tell me now Bitcoin is going down. So the more we make the right message, believe me, the more Bitcoin will just go up.
Do you have any information on how many people currently operate the machine and maintain them in some way?
Maintain them where?
На nek način jih vzdržuje, mašine. Koliko ljudi trenutno upravlja z mašinami? Če je kakšna informacija?
How many people in the world maintain them?
Naših mašin, seveda.
Naš, mining race.
Mining race.
We can.
We have, I think in the dashboard, we found almost we have more than 10 sites from our side. Like this 10 sites, like 6-7 operators. But they are not small. The smallest operator has 20 megawatts, which is, I think, more than the power needed for this 4. The maximum altogether, that electricity you need for 20 megawatts. So this is the smallest location. So we don't have small number of devices and certain places. We have thousands of machines centralized in these places.
When we look at the wallet from the mining race where we get bitcoins from, we see N pool, F pool, and then we have different addresses without names. Also, I saw a transaction from the exchange gate. What is these different transactions? Not from written from N pool, F pool.
There are also mining transactions. Yeah. So for us in the beginning we used only Antpool because everyone knows Antpool is the top 2 or top 3 in the world. Now we are using 4 or 5. We are not using only Antpool, and we are connecting not all mining operation from all products. We don't connect all to the same stable wallet which pays. So what we do. If you hear 2 weeks ago, like there is stable coin, it was hacked and $900 million was gone from that wallet, and this was one of the biggest breach 3 days ago. And one of the reasons why Bitcoin price goes down. Do you know why the hack which happened with Chinese pool? Do you know which happened 2 days ago? Anyone hear about it?
No.
Okay. So there is a person who, they say, or a group who took 125,000 Bitcoin. And this happened 2020, and it was taken from one of the mining pools. And now in USA they traced and they cracked the private key of these people in a way, through intelligence. And they have control of almost $18 billion worth of Bitcoin. And when China and Bitcoin investors hear this news, they say, what if US go and sell this 125,000 Bitcoin in the market, the price will go down. They start selling before this issue gets solved, So this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin is going down. It's not about only trade, So back to your question. So for us, we want definitely to show transparent mining, but at the same time, exposing wallet addresses, it carries a risk for us and for community. So we do all the time, certain transactions between the wallet, but this is not the only wallet to receive mining rewards and mining risk. Because this receive mining rewards related to the cars. We have mining rewards related to your devices and also the cores. So we have multiple sub-pools in the system, but we put this one online so at least when you get someone new to the project, you can give them simple proof that we are mining 5 or 6 Bitcoin. But if you see the daily mining of us, is more than what you see in this wallet.
Basically like a compensation to the size, and then you can invest.
This is one thing. Second thing, this is the mining reward. And every day we have, let's say, you can go on, let's say you have 1 Bitcoin in credit. You don't claim it. You go and use it and you buy machines, for example. So you go buy 20 machines. So that should go to other wallets to supply the product, because this is not claimed. So it's not the transaction in and out from this wallet is not related to how many Bitcoin you mine, not related to the structure, not related to anything. It's more like a simple way to give transparency, but we manage this wallet out of more than 20 other wallets which we use it for internal transactions.
I have a question. What are your future plans since you now we have the option for the diamond package? Do you have any other packages in the future you're thinking about, or any other products?
For time being, I think the packages they just came. Diamond, Prime, they came 2 months last month. Because of the demand, we put this message on. And there is a lot of variables. What definitely investors want is something. But what we are working on is not introducing more packages, but make it simpler for people to have one wallet and multiple accounts. And so even if you want to, this will take time, but let's say first half of next year or Q1 next year, this would be a benefit. You can install one wallet and you can have 6-7 spots on the same wallet.
Say in Saturn that you have a lot of machines in Russia. Yeah, you have a lot of machines in Russia, right? And they decide to one day say goodbye, cut you off. It's far away, and say that's it. They're taking over your machines. What in this scenario?
This scenario could happen in any business in the world. Like, this is a supplier risk. Supplier risk exists. Even if you supply a product from China, from manufacturer, they might supply you one time, two times, third time, send the money, goodbye. There is no supply. So always there is a risk. So for us internally, we manage this risk. So we try to minimize this as much as we can. But as I said, first, the companies we work with, they are not Russian companies only. So most of them, they already have offices in Dubai. So we do agreement, not in Russia only. We have agreement with Dubai. Trade between Russia and UAE is open. Maybe between Europe and Russia is not open. So for us, having contracts, having guarantees, deposits, we try to secure, and also we don't keep volume of machines with same supplier. So we know the capacity of each one. So let's say the supplier capacity is 1,000, we put 1,000. Next one is bigger, we can put 5,000. So
in Russia, multiple suppliers.
Yeah. Then in Russia, multiple supplier, and in each city is different rules as well. Because in each region in Russia, they have different rules. But this same to us. I will come to the question of the same. So similar to Ethiopia. When Ethiopia started, they said, okay, we have globally and put everything. When the government changed, one of the minister or prime minister changed, they changed the rule of mining. They tell you if you want to take your equipment out, you can take it. So what is the option? There is in the world now, Paraguay, they changed their rule. They used to be popular. Kazakhstan, they used to do mining. Now they changed so much. USA is most regulated market. That's why we focus now on USA more. Mainly, but USA electricity cost is higher than other places. The service. So for us, definitely we need to manage, but always there is risk. This is our responsibility to solve.
So just for us, let's say we have thousands devices at mining race, and we have one customer, and so 50% of it is Russia, and they shut down one company. Is it a lucky game if my server, my device is in this factory, or is mining racing globalize that and say, okay, everyone has a house now, or how that would work if there would something like that happen?
Yeah. So anyone have bought device in the old structure, not the new term device. Anyone bought devices from old, whether we have terahash transfer? Okay. Yeah, in that case, yes. But to simplify the answer, now with the new device we do with all those things, it doesn't get impacted. So let's say if your device is hosted in a location and this location shut down, you don't lose, and there is no service interruption for you because we cooled the hour. In the previous case, yes, that's why previously, why we changed even the system, because if there is maintenance in this one, and this is normal, like every 100 days, should be 5 or 10 days, there is maintenance in the valves. So when there is maintenance, the clients see their power goes down to zero. And when it goes to 0, 2, 3 days, then they panic. Why my machine is not working? But this is normal. There is nothing works 24/7 all the way. So we changed now the device, so you will see always the earning per day is stable. But let's say if we have 10,000 machines and 1,000 goes down, so the machine earning of that day might go, let's say 1% or 3% or 5% because it goes back. And once we connect it, we compensate for additional earning we may stay.
Does the company has reserve of bitcoins to cover different scenarios, One more.
But is that to cover what exactly?
Contingency.
Losses. He's afraid of losses because he was obviously in the system, so there were many losses. And he needs guarantees.
Not a guarantee, I don't think such thing.
No, look, first, we are going to announce next year, we are making the claim faster. Because now you can claim your mining credit and it gets paid once a week. So we want to make it twice a week. And even if it works, we'll make it 3 times a week. So for us, from day one till today, switch off auto renew, claim your mine Bitcoin and take it. So there is no conditions, there is no restrictions, and the reserve which we have is always online reserve, for people who don't claim anytime. And even though we've been as a business very good compared to all businesses, not in mining, not in network marketing, but there is no company. If you go to a Salat or you go to any operator and say, can you give me a phone? They say yes. There is a 2 years contract. There's 1 year contract. So for us, we ask a license to be a year, but you can do a cycle of mining and leave the project and take your full money. And it's 90 days. It's not investment period. It's like trial period. So thanks God, everything is worked well, like 1.5 years. And we encourage people, as I said in the beginning, take your Bitcoin from exchanges if you have any. And I'm telling you, if you have mining credit and you don't want to renew, just withdraw it from the system. Because it's responsibility for us if we hold it in your behalf. We don't want that. So, and we don't want to have reserve to compensate for something that didn't happen. If I tell you I have a Bitcoin reserve, if mining stopped, I will start distributing my reserve. This is completely wrong. If mining stopped, I will tell you mining stopped for 2-3 weeks. There is no earning for 2-3 weeks. When mining resume, it resume again. Because mining grid and mining risk is to build a product, then we build a marketing aspect. It's not the other way around. That's the
Diversify mining across
exactly.
the globe. The checks of the entire mining
community. Yes. There is companies manage community risk, then business risk. For us, no. We manage the business first, then the community risk comes second. That's why sometimes you see company taking action or decisions which is good for like dropping from 18 to 14% on stable card. We took that period and from that time till now, mining profitability dropped almost 40%. So we dropped 20% when we lowered that. So it's justified. But I think most of the community, they understood. The mining profitability dropped, then the car should make less. If mining profitability drops more, then the car drop more. If it makes more, it makes up. There is no reserve allocated, or we don't move money between accounts just to cover the operations.
Martin, you don't know that? You have a question.
I'm you. Rami, please tell us, because definitely guys want to have that answer, why your opinion the core is the best? Like simple explanation, why core is the best? Long term or short term?
The core is simplest way to do mining in the world. There is no simple way. Without you register, do any KYC, do everything. You can just create a wallet in 2 minutes, get a core and start mining. And the core, you are fixing the core price for 1 year. This is the first thing. So whatever the core mines comes to you equal to the car or whatever. The same way everything works. The second, which is how we create the cores program. The cores, every block, there is a core winning that block in fully decentralized way. And that winning also today is 15%. And if you have 15 cores, then one of the cores for sure will win a block this year. And now because we have almost 200,000 cores. When we have 2 million cores, that will drop to 1.5 chances. So we always say, because we launched the cores in April, we say next April, we'll ask few people to share their wallets You know, we put 10,000, let's say, in code, 10,000 cards. Let's see how much they make. So I cannot give that prediction that day, but I said people, when they say it, they will believe it. You know? I tell you now more and more that this is the most sustainable long-term product. Maybe I will not convince, but today we have people in course, even in 7 months, they make better ROI cards today. You know? So once we have 30, 40, 50% of the community, we know the core need to wait till April or May next year. Then, when the data is clear and we can show that these wallets, depends definitely on the Bitcoin price. If the Bitcoin price goes to, let's say, 150K, you will see that the core is making 10-20% more than the cards. If the Bitcoin price drops more, maybe the cards make better. But for what I believe that Bitcoin price definitely it will double or triple every 3-4 years. So if you take that and you look at 4 years strategy, maybe you can do 30 or 40% more in the cost.
For somebody that buys the machine today, what do you think is approximately when he can get his investment break even on that? And
you know, so I will tell you. So the calculator which we put online, if you see all companies, by the way, guys, and I encourage you also to check it. The company sells mining machine. They don't put calculator on device online. And if they put calculator on device online, they put Bitcoin reference price 130, 140. They will never put reference price current price, which we do. Because we don't want to trick people, we don't want people to use it the wrong way. You know? Because if I buy a machine, I believe that Bitcoin will do 150, yes. Put reference price 150, then you will see breakdown within 2 years. You know? But the question is not here. The question is how much Bitcoin the machine will give you in 4 years. So let's say it gives you 0.1 Bitcoin. Do you want the 1.1 Bitcoin to buy it now? You pay this price. You want to have it, do mining, pay less. So when you compare machines, compare it to buying Bitcoin. Because the machine will give you Bitcoin, will not give you money. So if compare buying Bitcoin with mining devices, then compare mining cores with mining cards. You know? And I told you, our job to give you products, it's portfolio. You know, short term, mid term, long term. But that break even for the machine, if all dynamics remains the same, you will not get your capital back. So if you pay 4,000, you will not pay 4,000 back.
not
Yeah, if the Bitcoin price stays the same, everything stays the same. The ROI in 4 years, now, because of this price drop, will not give you the capital back. The same question. So, do I need to mine Bitcoin every day? Or I don't want it? Because if you don't buy a machine, you need to invest this $4,000 in Bitcoin directly. Or why you are even asking a question if you don't want Bitcoin and you don't want machine? Well, it means it's not my interest.
So right now, the profitability of the miner depends on Bitcoin price go up. Basically, if it stays the same, you don't get ROI.
Yes. Not our price. This is the profitability of mining devices in general. At certain, which is 6 cents hosting. This is the scenario. The same machine, like 2 weeks ago, was plus 20%, 30%. Now it's minus. If you ask me the question next week, I'll give you another answer. That's why we put calculator, but you can look at the ROI, which is online. If you see it positive and good for you, you can go there. If you see it like the recipe, then you can buy it from directly or you can
Each machine, it says on the website, will get mine 0.1 Bitcoin. It's like for sure gonna be like that, or less than 0.1, more than 0.1. Why exactly 0.1 Bitcoin?
This is not our calculation. Like the rules of mining calculation, we can share with you 2-3 sites. They have two versions, which is simple and advanced. Simple version, which we put on our website. advanced version, there is a lot of details you have to enter, which is 99.9% of the world they don't know how to enter. You know, put your forecast of difficulty adjustment in the next 2 years. You don't know how to forecast the difficulty. You know? So there is advanced version and sample. The sample version, yes, correct. But the advanced version, if you take all the dynamic load, then you need to forecast every year separate. And if there is halving, you need to forecast before halving and after.
It can vary.
Yeah. There is version, we can share the advanced link, you can check the advanced. Yes, please.
Thank you very much for everything that you've done. I think that's the first thing. So we're very grateful. As a person who deals with many clients per day, as all of you do, you can see there's like a little bit frustration because they're like, you know, we don't trust these guys. I do. We don't trust these guys. We don't trust this business. Anyway, how would you, as a creator behind this, how would you personally approach this, if I may take it?
You know, I would say two parts of the answer. Okay? First, guys, this is if we have unlimited products. I tell you, we need to go to 1 million. Now we're saying we have 50,000. Let's push. Let's get to 500,000. That's not our message for mining grade or mining grades. Okay? This is a premium opportunity, you know, with limited seats. You know? So this is my first message. If someone today get a message on what to renew, and he have prime for us from the company, we need to give him the supply to keep the cars running. You know, but believe me, it's not unlimited. Now they have 1.5% from all mining in the world are mining grades. You know, if these guys they don't understand that we are the fastest company on earth to reach 1.5% of mining in less than 1 year from, or around 1 year from public launch. You know, this message already makes us work with biggest, you know, like with Bitcoin conference we are everywhere. You know, with trust, you know, in news local or global. And if you talk about with the biggest schools today, they tell you yes, mining is a good partner. We work with them. This is their website. You can send them directly and check. So if you think company can reach in 1 year to this level without really providing a mining solution, you know, then this person should not come to the project. If this person is no, thanks to you guys. It's not, we did a product, you know, and you built the community. So what we are always saying, if it's unlimited seat, we need to convince everyone. But if someone comes in and he starts, and believe me, many people started at Bitcoin at 70, 80, and many people at 50. You know, when they are here for 3-4 months, they will come to say thank you because you told. If they challenge you now, you know, they will not come and say, sorry, we didn't join. But they will regret that. So our always give an option, and whoever wants to pick that option, welcome. If insist, I will just approach them that this is, by the end of the day, it's not unlimited. And the second part of the story, which is mining Bitcoin, also limited by seats and limited by time. You know, if this project now run in 2020 or 2030, in 2030, if you went and upload, you know, you will get 1.5 Bitcoin. Today you take 3.2 Bitcoin. If you do it in 32, if you went abroad, you take half Bitcoin. Now you went abroad, you take 3. Then it will be like much less. So there is no luxury to wait, but also it's limited. You know? So that's why we say if you understand the project faster and people run a mining in 1 or 2 years or 3 years before the halving, that's actually now is the moment, not next year, not in 2027.
Thank you.
So guys, one more question, if anybody.
Yeah, when the mine race will be, let's say, full, do you have a vision for the next projects maybe, or are you limited only with the mining? Maybe some tokenization of real estate, I don't know.
This question every month.
Very straightforward question. We will answer after this.
Of course, new products always are open. We will see when our quality product around Bitcoin, not outside. But if there is really good product which benefit the community, we are open. That integrate at some point. Last to close with the real estate. If anyone actually, Dubai Real Estate, they announced yesterday, now they launch a portal where you can go to that portal and you can pay Bitcoin and get your apartment. So either tokenizing real estate is a good project, but it's too early. But with real estate and crypto payment now in Dubai is the progress. I think it's the first government in the world. Officially in government portal, you go and put your Bitcoin and take up your apartment. This is I think next step. Okay guys, thank you very much.